Welcome back. So, we're diving into an explainer today that is honestly an absolute game changer if you regularly work with any kind of visual media. We are breaking down a highly practical review by tech expert Faisal Shabir, who recently showcased a surprisingly powerful and incredibly budget-friendly piece of cleanup software. It's called the HitPaw Watermark Remover. We're going to see exactly how this thing leverages AI to just magically clean up your digital workspace. This isn't just about erasing a tiny stray name on a photo. It's about reclaiming your digital assets, and doing it without needing a complex degree in photo editing. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this universal pain point. I mean, think about it. How many times have you captured the absolute perfect picture or recorded a flawless video clip only to realize, there is a massive, distracting watermark sitting right in the corner? Or maybe it's one of those glowing orange date stamps from an old digital camera or a stray logo that completely ruins the vibe of your shot. Traditionally, fixing this meant firing up a massive, heavy piece of professional editing software, carefully cloning pixels, and literally spending hours, sometimes in tears, let's be real, trying to mask the mistake. It's incredibly frustrating, but as we're about to see, the landscape of digital cleanup is changing dramatically. Now, whether you're a YouTuber, a crafter, a maker, a photographer, or a designer, this lightweight software was designed specifically with your daily workflow in mind. It completely bypasses the steep learning curves of those legacy editing suites. If you fall into any of these exact categories, you know your time is your most valuable asset, right? You don't want to spend an hour meticulously erasing a logo. You want to get your content out into the world. This tool is built specifically to get you back to the actual creative part of your job, leaving the tedious cleanup in the dust. So, what does this actually look like in practice? Well, let's start with the image cleanup capabilities. When you open the software, you're greeted with two main sections, one for images and one for video. Jumping into the image section, you'll immediately see this isn't just some bare bones utility. The interface comes packed right out of the box with super handy tools. You've got precision selection tools to highlight exactly what you want gone. You've got zoom tools so you can get right down into the pixel level of your image. And, this is crucial, you have undo and redo tools so you can experiment with your edits without permanently ruining your base file. It's basically a fully featured workspace dedicated entirely to removing things that just shouldn't be there. And this brilliantly illustrates just how incredibly fast the workflow really is. It literally breaks down into 3 simple steps. Step 1, simply drag and drop your image directly into the software. Step 2, use those selection tools we just talked about to highlight the watermark, text, or object you want erased. And step 3, literally just click a button that says Remove Now. That is the entire process. No complicated layers, no manual pixel pushing. The artificial intelligence just takes over the second you click, doing all that heavy lifting for you. Now, behind that simple Remove Now button, there is some very clever processing going on. The software uses different modes to handle different types of images, and one of the primary ones is called Smooth Filling mode. This is where the AI really flexes. When you select an object to remove, let's say it's a bright logo on a really colorful, dynamic background, the AI doesn't just cut a blank hole in your picture. Instead, Smooth Filling analyzes all the colors and patterns immediately surrounding the watermark and seamlessly blends them inward to fill the gap. It works exceptionally well to easily erase text or logos, especially on those tricky, high-color images. It leaves behind a totally natural-looking surface where that distraction used to be. Let's move to and see how this builds when we introduce the element of motion into the mix. Because as any editor will tell you, fixing a static image is one thing, but removing an unwanted object from a moving video, that is notoriously difficult. Backgrounds shift, lighting changes, objects move around. But when you drop a video file into the HitPaw workspace, it offers this amazing auto selection mode. You basically just set your selection box over the logo, and the software dynamically tracks and removes it as the video plays. It takes that super intuitive image approach and flawlessly applies it to moving clips. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is what happens when things get really complicated in your footage. Faisal points out that if your video background is incredibly complex, that smooth filling filter might actually get a bit confused by all the moving elements. That is exactly when you switch over to the matte filling filter. Instead of just blurring colors together, matte filling lets you manually select a clean, similar area from somewhere else in your frame. The software then takes that clean area and uses it to perfectly cover the watermark, basically copying and pasting moving pixels in real time. So it gives you that manual control for when the AI just needs a little bit of guidance. But what if you want the software to do absolutely everything for you? Well, you switch to artificial mode. While HitPaw actually offers 5 different types of removal modes for video, artificial mode is designed to be the ultimate hands-off experience. The AI automatically scans your video, detects the watermark completely by itself, and removes it with incredibly fine detail. You literally don't even have to draw the box. It is a fantastic feature for when you want maximum results with absolutely zero effort. Of course, none of this really matters if the software bogs down your computer for hours trying to render the final file, right? One of the absolute standout features highlighted in this review is the software's speed and lightweight nature. After you've applied your chosen filter, you just hit export. The software processes your clean picture or video and boom, it's successfully exported and ready in your folder in just a few seconds. You're completely bypassing that heavy, miserable processing lag that is so common with massive traditional video editing suites. It's fast, it's efficient, and it gets your content ready for publishing almost instantly. So, to recap, we've got a lightweight, AI-powered software that seamlessly removes objects from photos and videos using multiple dynamic modes. Usually, words like professional and AI-powered equal a massive, painful monthly subscription fee. But the pricing here? It completely flips that expectation. A 1-month license is just $7. A full year is only $10. And a lifetime license is an astonishingly low $26. For a tool that Faisal Shabir describes as premium, finding budget-friendly tiers like this is incredibly rare. Actually, I really want to focus on that final number for a second, $26. Not per month, not per year, for a lifetime. When you look at the massive disparity between the high-quality AI output you're getting and this absurdly cheap one-time cost, it's almost hard to believe. If your time is money, spending $26 exactly one time to save yourself literally hundreds of hours of manual editing down the road is an absolute no-brainer. It completely changes our expectations of how much we should have to pay for highly functional, time-saving AI. So the crucial point is captured perfectly in this quote from Faisal Shabir. Lightweight and cheap software you will hardly find anywhere else. He strongly endorses downloading this tool today, emphasizing that you simply are not going to find this level of functionality for this price point easily. It is a remarkably strong recommendation for anyone who creates visual media. It solves a highly specific, highly annoying problem, and it does it without breaking the bank or requiring a massive time investment to learn. Which brings us to a really fascinating final thought. Are accessible AI tools making expensive traditional editing software obsolete for everyday creators? I mean, when a $26 lifetime tool can automatically track and erase a watermark from moving video in seconds, a task that used to require elite skills and incredibly costly subscriptions, it absolutely makes you wonder. How fast are these cheap, powerful AI tools permanently leveling the playing field for independent makers? It's a pretty exciting time to be a creator, and tools like this are a huge reason why. Keep learning, keep creating, and we will see you in the next explainer.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now for more amazing videos.